Hello, so today I'm going to show you ServiceNow and Logik integrated for the sales and order management demo. I am in a ServiceNow environment on the quotes list page. I'm going to create a new quote, select an account. And when I hit add lines and go to the catalog, I will be able to search for a bundled product that I can customize. When we hit customize for this bundled managed services offering, it will open Logik in an iframe within ServiceNow. In here, we will be able to see that some specific account and quote header properties have been propagated over to Logik, which we can use then to make more configurator decisions using. As I go through the configuration process, you'll be able to see that the selections on the configuration are getting reflected in the pricing. These prices are being derived by making an API call to the pricing service in ServiceNow. As I make changes, you can see that these are getting reflected in what gets chosen. It takes a little bit of time sometimes for the pricing call to complete. But here you see that as choices are being made, selections, the prices are getting updated. Same thing with other selections through the configuration process. And then Logik also has the ability to blend guided selling along with the product selection experience that is provided in ServiceNow. For instance, I have a questionnaire here for support plan creation. And as the end user goes through the questionnaire, there will be some recommendations made for the type of support plan that the user should select, and these get added as well into the BOM. And then at the end, I want to also do a POS managed service, and based on that selection, again, the pricing is getting reflected on what we want to pick. Once the end user is happy with the selections in the configuration, they can hit quote. This will take them back into the quote in ServiceNow. And within the quote, we'll be able to see that all of the pertinent items got added as line items. If I look at some specific additions that were made, I can go into the line and I can see that there are some characteristics that that were in Logik that got added as line characteristics. From here, we will be able to submit the quote for approval and then complete it so that we have the ability to create an order. And as an order is getting created, I will navigate to the new order when it gets created. And we will have the ability to modify the order as well in terms of the lines that have been added to the order. So I go to the order lines, and here I can select the connectivity bundle and hit customize for this. And this will open Logik, again, the similar configurator screen in Logik, but in the context of the order now instead of the quote. Again, I can make more changes here. And as I make changes, you will see that the price is getting updated to reflect the deltas that are getting added or removed. When this reconfiguration of the order lines looks good, I can again hit quote, and this will take me back to ServiceNow in the order context. And through the flow within ServiceNow, orders eventually, after fulfillment, get converted into what is called sold products. So I will now navigate to an existing account that has products that have been sold. And looking at the list of the sold products, I can go into one of the existing products that has been sold and initiate what we would call a MACD, which is a modify flow for the sold product. So when we hit modify here, it again takes us back into a configuration flow within Logik. And the intent here is to make changes, and the changes will get reflected into ServiceNow as a new order. So I changed the POS from gold to silver. I can also make a few other changes in my selections for the configuration. And then based on those changes, when I hit quote, this will create a new order with a new order ID in ServiceNow with the correct order lines, and it will also show, because of the MACD flow, it will show us what changes were made, like which lines were added and which lines were changed. And that will show us what happened with the MACD flow. So when I open the order lines, I can see in the context of the order lines that there were changes made to some specific lines, and some new lines got added. This concludes my demo. Thank you.